Welcome to Funded Profits Trading. I'm Luke Holmstrom, and today I want to talk to you about 5 tips new traders need to hear. These tips I could have used when I first started getting into trading, and I could have saved thousands of dollars. So I just wanted to share this knowledge with you so you can save money and make more in the long term. So the first tip I have is to use a demo account or a smaller account when you first get started out. You're going to make lots of mistakes when you first get started out. Even as an advanced trader, you're going to make mistakes still, but you're going to make substantially more when you first start out. So using a demo account or a smaller account can help you, manage those losses that you would originally take. Simple, is even you don't really know what position size you should use, and you might over leverage. You don't know what stop loss you should use. You might be overconfident in a trade and be profit. You scale in too much and you lose a lot. Like, there's so many things that could go wrong in trading. There's so many things that could be good too as well. It's a two-sided game, but learning how to manage some of the different variables, like scaling in, like your stop losses, like when to take profits, your entries, your exits. There's so many different variables, and learning how to trade on a demo or a smaller account when you first get started before you can be consistently profitable is a really important thing to do. And especially if you're trying out new strategies, trying to learn, if you're really new to the game, there's nothing wrong about using a demo account or a smaller account when you first get started. It's so crucial to learn on one of these different accounts before you hop into anything and you get too reckless. A lot of people get discouraged. If you don't want to hop into an account with a couple $1,000s, and even if it's not a lot of money to you monetarily, you still might get a bad taste in your mouth. So it's really important to start fresh with a demo or a smaller account, learn how to be consistently profitable, and then from there go into using bigger money, using a funded account, etc. The next one is going to be use one strategy at a time. There's so many different people, and this goes for every single different niche. There's people that will sell a product or sell a service in a new niche every couple months. There's people that'll use a new strategy every month. There's people that'll change their trading style every month, and it's in everything. You can't, some people want to do CrossFit. The next month they'll do powerlifting. You have to stick to one strategy at a time, and if you don't stick to one strategy at a time, one style, you're going to come into a lot of issues. You can't be consistent. And, if you're only spending a couple weeks or a couple months on, learning that one strategy and then you quit and you do something else, you're going to be average at best, right? So everything takes time and repetitions. But if you want to get better at something, just use that one strategy at one time. And you can always critique the strategy. If you see things that, are missing from it, you can always add to it, critique it, but really try to stick to one strategy at a given time and learn how to use it consistently. So the next one is going to be using multiple different time frames. This is really important just because, again, this is a double-sided thing where, let's say, for example, you're a swing trader, you're looking at the H4, you're looking at the daily chart, and when you're doing this, you might see an opportunity ahead. But if you don't take into account the smaller time frames, like maybe M30, M15, M5, you might get a bad entry where you could have saved thousands of dollars or gotten a better entry. You could get stopped out. And it's the same thing if you're only looking at, trying to scalp on a 5-minute chart. If you don't look at the overall market structure, there could be a point where you could get stopped out pretty quickly or not even hit the take profits. It might not even be possible with the market structure. So learning how to use multiple different time frames and making sure that your confluence is aligned with those time frames. The next one is going to be using risk-to-reward strategy. So risk-to-reward strategy. If you haven't used the risk-to-reward ratios yet in your trading, you need to be doing it. When I hop into a trade, I want to be risking as little as possible to make it the most amount as possible. And I like to stick with a 1-to-3 to a 1-to-5 risk-to-reward ratio. And when you set your trades up like this, it makes trading way easier, way less stressful, because you know that if you lose this one trade, you just have to win another one to make it back and more. And when you set your trades like this, like I can't even go into a trade where I'm risking 2,000 to make 1,000. Like, it just doesn't feel right with me. So learning how to use a risk-to-reward ratio, but being consistent with that risk-to-reward ratio as well, that is a key thing that, it kind of gives you an edge on trading, and utilizing it has been amazing. So that's another great tip that I would give. And the last one is don't be afraid to lose. Now, this kind of goes along with the risk-to-reward ratio strategy, where when we're trading, I'm not afraid to lose $1,000 or a couple $1,000s if I could potentially make 3, 4, 5, plus X. Like the other day, we did a 1-to-8 risk to ratio trade where, you're risking 1,000 to make 8,000. Like when I have trades like this set up, I'm not afraid to lose. And if you're afraid to lose, you're going to fail. Like there's no possible way that if you're afraid to lose, it's just like your psychology is not going to be there. You're not going to have an abundance mindset. You're not going to, it's just, you can't be consistent when you're so afraid to lose. You're not going to take advantage of the opportunities that come ahead of you. You're going to be scared to hop into trades. So don't be afraid to lose. And if you are afraid to lose, then that's a big sign to lower your position size, lower your lot size. If, you can just go into the position with half of what you usually would do and start to build up that confidence again if you're being, too afraid to lose. So those are 5 tips that I think you need to be hearing if you're a new trader that have, helped me over the time. So if you enjoy this video, give it a like, give it a subscribe as well so you can see more content coming every single week. And if you want to become a better trader, you want to learn how to trade, learn how to use $100,000 in funded capital, then down below you can see the Funded Profits Trading Academy. Go check it out. I'm Luke Holmstrom signing off, and I'll see you in the next video.